So the next midsummer off-season camping project is to put a storage rack above this toilet. The situation is there's no storage anywhere in this little bathroom. It's nice that there's a separate shower from a toilet, but there's no medicine cabinet or anything like that. So all my stuff I've got hanging on this over-the-door rack, which works, but it's a bit complicated because, like, for example, there's no shelves in the shower. So if you need to have a soap dish or something, you got to kind of put everything on top of the toilet seat when you take a shower, then move it away when you're done. So having a shelf above that would give me a space to reach from the shower to grab whatever I need, and then frees up some space here too, because this opening is very small. I mean, we're only talking like 12 inches across here. So to squeeze in here each time, I'm kind of fat, so it makes it difficult. So that's the plan. And then also there's nowhere to put a towel. So I got the little towel rack here, but if you're in the shower, you got to reach across. It's, you know, first world problems, right? So having a rack there will let me put somewhere to hang a towel and then reach in to get my soap and all that kind of stuff, shampoo, whatever it might be. All right, so here's what I came up with. Thought about building a shelf myself and just putting it in there and staining it to make it look nice and factory, but I didn't want to put something permanent on the wall. There's only one stud in that little gap there. And that really was the trouble with finding something at a store, is that width of the platform is only about 22.5 inches across. So most of these stands they make are much wider than that. Thankfully, I did find this one on Amazon. I'll put a link to it in the description of the video if you're interested. And it came together really easily. I had to disassemble it partially to get it around the back of the toilet because it's such a tight space in here. That was the other thing, is that bottom support bar is just the right height to clear the plumbing. A lot of times that's a problem with these kinds of things. But this one has worked out pretty well. The only real problem I got, as you could see, it's not flat against the wall. And I don't think it's a problem with the stand. I think this little gap we got here, 1/4 inch or so, is probably because the camper's toilet platform is about 1/4 inch out of square, is my gut feeling. I thought about shortening the legs in the back to even it out, but I don't want to take this all apart and bring it outside and cut it up. So I'm going to find some kind of little pad to add to those pads down there at the bottom, just to raise it up 1/4 inch. And then I'll put a strap or something to anchor it to that stud. Like I said, there's just one stud in that wall, and that'll just keep it in place as I drive down the road. So should be pretty good. The other thing about this, it's really light. So this whole thing weighs maybe 15 pounds. I'm not sure, but it's like feather light. So it's not going to add a lot of weight to the back of the camper either. This is all behind the axle, you know, so I try not to load too much stuff up behind the axle. All right, it's all finished. I went ahead and raised up those front 2 legs to make it level. And I put anchors here into the wall so it doesn't move around whenever I'm driving down the road. One thing I didn't realize is this bottom shelf, because these racks are made to sit behind the tank of a toilet, and there's no tank on this toilet, it was too far forward and I couldn't fit. I couldn't sit in here. So I just kind of gave up on this shelf. I can't use it, but that's all right. I still keep it connected here, so it gives it some lateral support. 2 shelves is plenty, and got room for towels up here. Put all my other crap in this basket, so when I'm driving down the road, I could just put this on the floor, not have to worry about it spilling out everywhere. And then it came with these other little thingy-doos here. There's 2 different ones. This one, I guess, is made for toilet paper, which I'm not using, but it works really well to hang a washcloth. So I can still close the curtain around that if I want. Or even if not, do one of those deals. It's not going to leak any water anywhere. If this thing sprays water, it always sprays it through the front anyways. So all in all, pretty happy with it. It's easier to get in and out now. And for the price, this thing was really cheap. Like I said, I'll put the Amazon listing in the description of the video in case you want to get this for your Sunlight camper. Pretty satisfied with it overall. Thanks for watching.